Hello and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be using the Sunday, November 4th polls and Monday, November 5th polls, as well as Saturday, Friday polls to make my second to last midterm predictions. So, what is this? Okay, good. So, I'm going to be starting off with the Senate, and here are some safe states. So, I'm gonna make Texas a likely state. Same thing with North Dakota and Tennessee. I can't really see any of these states changing. It really doesn't matter about polling. For these ones, they're all gonna be likely. And then we have other safe states like Washington, California, Hawaii, Minnesota, New York, Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. All of these are, and New Mexico. New Mexico, I think is kind of surprising. I thought Gary Johnson would do way better in polling. Well, he isn't in here. Martin Heinrich is plus 17 against Rich. So he is doing pretty good on Heinrich. I didn't expect him to do that well, but from the start I didn't really think that Gary Johnson would win. I thought he would just narrow the margin. And some of these likely states are pretty obvious, so I don't really need to talk about them. Just the Rust Belt area. And now we are into the leaning and tilt states. So I'm going to start off with Montana. So even though there isn't a lot of polling data from Montana, the last one was from Gravis. Republican early voting stats are really high in Montana, so this could get closer with the actual results, but we don't know independent voters in this, so we can't really trust the polls now because there hasn't been some time. So I would put it as a tilt. And for Florida, let's see Florida's. So Florida Nelson is plus 1.7 from yesterday. That's, I don't really, but I don't think that I don't really care about like spreads anymore. Spreads aren't like an accurate indication of who's leading. The actual individual poll is just taking all the polls and averaging them, even the ones that aren't good. That's why 538 is some good. Is kind of good, but the way that they change the polls isn't good. So I wouldn't use it, but since around September, you see, Nelson had a big lead, then like tied, and another big lead, and again. So I think that Florida will tilt GOP because of more early voting. I think that early voting is better. Knowing that early voting is actually better than the individual polls and spreads. So you have Missouri tilting GOP now. Trafalgar Group, I think it's called. It's a Republican bias, but I know it's a Republican bias, but the Missouri Scout is not a Republican bias, and they show a tie. But usually a tie is better for Josh Homme. So now he's leading at 1.4, which is very good. But I'm gonna keep it as a leanings, the tilt, because this is just a spread, and I'm trusting more of the poll as opposed to the spread. So the RCP's Senate, the Senate toss-up map isn't that good. Like, you actually need to look at the individual polls and decide. And Indiana, I don't think Indiana is going to the Republicans. It should be going. It's a tilt again. I probably won't change my mind at all from yesterday. Not a lot has changed. Just more proof for my map. But do not only +7 for fixers. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be closer, but it's still gonna be good for Joe Donnelly. I think Trump may be able to campaign here, and maybe by tomorrow it can become a GOP. Tomorrow I'm gonna be making my final prediction. And the day after that, gonna be making my 25 subscribers special. It's just using a test to see my political views, and I might make a video after that analyzing the midterms. Well, that's not in present. And now we have Nevada. So Nevada Haller is leading in the spread, but that's not what I care about. Trafalgar Group goes in +3. Gravis and CNN aren't that good at polling. They don't really do the best when they predict polling. I guess Trafalgar Group does because they're Republican bias and they said that Trump would be winning. But New York Times and CNN said it. Emerson says it. At Trafalgar Group. So I think it's not going to be a leaning state like the RCP average shows. It's going to be a tilt. And Arizona. The spread, there's another reason why the spread is so stupid. McSally gets another poll that's in her favor and she loses something just because they don't include other polls. And they're using polls from October. Here, they should just eliminate all these polls and use this poll, maybe this poll. It's just that if you get a good poll in your favor, you can still lose sometimes in the spread. So I don't like the spread that much, but I do. The poll is pretty good. Trafalgar Group, this poll is good, but that's now before. And since McSally is technically leading in early voting, I'm just gonna keep it in the tilt column. So we have 46 Democrats and 54 Republicans, just like I did before. Now we're in the governor race. I don't really prove this. I think you saw that it was +4. I think that's enough to put it in the safe column, like in South Dakota and Kansas. Well, South Dakota is leaning in Kansas tilt. Texas is safe. Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, and Alaska. So I'll just show some of these. Like the levy, you see, he's pretty much doing good. Here, South Dakota. Isn't on here. Is Kansas on here? Chicoba. So you understand the point. And Illinois is pretty much safe. I don't really need. Well, I guess it could be likely because there is a Republican incumbent. Pennsylvania. Well, New York is now likely. Let me explain. Well, New York, of course, won't be one of the competitive ones. So, look at this new poll from Siena. Somewhere. It has to be somewhere. So, here. Andrew Cuomo leading by 13%. That's very good. And I think it might be because there are a lot of undecided voters, but I think those undecided voters are actually the Green Party's votes. Like, I think the Green Party is gonna do pretty good in this race. I don't think he'll win. I think he will just make New York likely. And the New Hampshire thing makes me think that New Hampshire's leaning, and Vermont is likely. Massachusetts is safe. Maryland is safe. Connecticut and Rhode Island are likely, as well as Maine. Ohio is the same thing as last time I showed you. And Iowa and Wisconsin are tilts. I might change that next. I might change that afterwards, but I'm just gonna fill in some states because I want to get to the House. And Arizona is pretty much safe. Colorado, likely. New Mexico, likely. Georgia, leaning. And Florida, leaning. So it's kind of obvious, 26, 24. Now the House. So I'm only going to be using safe and safe Democrat, safe Republican. I may just go like this. So I think that means second district will go to Bruce Pro Lincoln. He's leading there in polling. Carol C. Porter is leading here. I just saw the polling. We just saw polling from there. So John Kochko, he's probably gonna win here. Oh, I don't need to do that. And Chris Collins, there was a New York Times poll. He's leading +4. Claudia Tenney is leading +1. Jan Faso is actually leading +1 here. But I think this will still go a Republican at the end. But I think at least Edlin will win here. He's fairly popular here. And he did have early voting leads, and if he gets back the base that was liking him at the start, he could probably win. And here Staten Island is going Republican. Daniel Donovan won in a poll by 4 points. This says on the 530 map, this is likely to save or something like that. And Leonard Lance is just winning +7 in polls. Tom MacArthur, my only significant proof for this is a New York Times poll where he was leading, I think, +2 or +1. But that's the only polling that there was for him. So I have 70 more. I might not finish everything. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Mike Kelly wins here. Keaton Rufus. Scott Perry won in polling. So Matthew can't, right? This is pretty likely. In Pennsylvania 17th, since it's a blue wave, or not a blue wave necessarily, red wave, whatever you want to call it, pretty close. But there is some backlash against the president in Pennsylvania. It probably will go to him. Mark Fitzpatrick will probably win here. He's won in a lot of polls. And Scott Taylor is actually winning in a lot of polls. David Brad just won it by +2 in a poll from New York Times. Tom Garrett, the 538 map, shares this. in his favor. Barbara Comstock is probably gonna win here if it's like that. As Virginia's third is probably going. So the Ohio run, I think it was the runoff election, yeah. So he won here. So I think he could win again. But this is Ohio. Steve Chabot, he's probably gonna lose here after the New York Times poll is finished, but it isn't finished, so I can't really change it. Maybe tomorrow I'll change it. And David Joyce will probably win here if it's still leaning Republican. Fred Upton, more in the rural part of Michigan, it's probably gonna go because of that. Mike Bishop losing in polls, as well as David Trott. I know this, like the New York Times did a lot of polls against him. And Paul Ryan was serving for 20 years. That's bizarre, especially for his age. But it's going to stay Republican, especially because it's Paul Ryan seats. It would be very embarrassing if it didn't. So Rick Nolan, incumbent's going to lose. He's running. But it's going to go Republican, the only one going Republican. Because Minnesota is still a Democratic state at heart. Steve King winning here in the leading margin. David Young and Rod Blum are gonna, well, Democrats are gonna win here. And Don Bacon's gonna obviously win here. Peter Oskamp, that's already a lost cause. But Democrats will carry Illinois' 14th. He's been starting to lose his grip, especially in the New York Times poll. But Rodney Davis and Mike Bost are going to win here. They're very rural areas, not close to the cities at all. I could see them going. So this Kevin Yoder is going to win here pretty much likely margin. He has been leading in the old polls. But this also went to Clinton. So if every single Clinton voter came out, this would work. And when Jenkins also wins, Kevin Yoder will really help. And it's not just the big city area here. There's more big city areas here. And this was pretty close. And a lot of backlash against the president will probably help him. Will probably help Lynn Jenkins. And his opponent. But French Hill wins here. It's just likely because of course it's likely. Ted Budd is probably going to win here. He's had a consistent lead all the time by pundits, and I don't see it flipping on election day. So Robin Pittenger, so he's probably going to win here. Even though he was defeated in the primary, I'm just reading like the incumbents, he's going to win here. I think that because more pundit ratings have showed it like this as a toss-up or Republican leaning or tilt Republican. It has been like a very Republican district, and I don't see it flipping just now. So Mark Sanford was defeated in the primary. Now he probably split the whole thing. This will be a best case scenario, but it's gonna go Republican. It's still a very Republican state. Karen Handel, I think she will narrowly carry this. She could probably lose because of the poll, but I don't see it happening since she still was able to win in 2017, and if she is able to pull off another victory with all of her other voters, that would be good. For Buchanan's probably winning here. This is just asking likely states, like it's Roy Mast and Carlos Pueblo. He isn't leading in polling at all, and that is a more Latino state. So Montana. Well, here is the first half. So we have 25 more. I'm going to keep this prediction. And 199 Republicans and 211 Democrats. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!